Welcome to CBSE Grade 9 Mathematics, Polynomials, Part 2. Before we begin, keep your notebook and pen ready. Solve the questions along with me step by step for better understanding. In this video, we will discuss the value of a polynomial and the zeros of a polynomial. We will also solve important problems based on these concepts. In the previous video, we learned about the types of polynomials based on the number of terms and their degree, and we solved practice questions. Now, let us move ahead and understand these concepts clearly. Let's begin. Now let us understand the value of a polynomial. If p of x is a polynomial in x, and k is any real number, then the value obtained by putting x equal to k in p of x is called the value of the polynomial at x equal to k. We denote it as p of k. Let us take an example. If p of x is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 5, we want to find p of 4. To find this, we replace x by 4. So, p of 4 is equal to 4 squared minus 4 multiplied by 4 plus 5. 4 squared is 16. 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. So we get 16 minus 16 plus 5. 16 minus 16 is 0. 0 plus 5 equals 5. Therefore, the value of the polynomial at x equal to 4 is 5. Always remember, finding the value of a polynomial means substituting the given number in place of x and simplifying step by step carefully. Now let us solve exercise 2.2, question 1. We have to find the value of the polynomial 5x minus 4x squared plus 3 at different values of x. Let p of x be equal to 5x minus 4x squared plus 3. First, when x is equal to 0. So, p of 0 is equal to 5 multiplied by 0 minus 4 multiplied by 0 squared plus 3. 5 multiplied by 0 is 0. 0 squared is 0. 4 multiplied by 0 is 0. So we get 0 minus 0 plus 3. That is equal to 3. Next, when x is equal to minus 1. So, p of minus 1 is equal to 5 multiplied by minus 1 minus 4 multiplied by minus 1 squared plus 3. 5 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 5. Minus 1 squared is 1. 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. So we get minus 5 minus 4 plus 3. Minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9. Minus 9 plus 3 is minus 6. Therefore, the value is minus 6. Now, when x is equal to 2. So, p of 2 is equal to 5 multiplied by 2 minus 4 multiplied by 2 squared plus 3. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. 2 squared is 4. 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. So we get 10 minus 16 plus 3. 10 minus 16 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3. Therefore, the value is minus 3. Always substitute carefully and simplify step by step to avoid mistakes. Question 2. We are asked to find the value of a polynomial at 0, 1 and 2 for each given case. First polynomial. The given polynomial is the square of y minus y plus 1. Let us evaluate this polynomial step by step. Value at 0. Substitute 0 in place of y. 0 squared is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 gives 1. So, the value of the polynomial at 0 is 1. Value at 1. Substitute 1 in place of y. 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 plus 1 gives 1. So, the value of the polynomial at 1 is 1. Value at 2. Substitute 2 in place of y. 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 gives 3. So, the value of the polynomial at 2 is 3. Second polynomial. The given polynomial is 2 plus t plus 2 times the square of t minus the cube of t. Let us now evaluate this polynomial. Value at 0. Substitute 0 in place of t. 2 plus 0 is 2. 0 squared and 0 cubed are both 0. So, the result remains 2. The value of the polynomial at 0 is 2. Value at 1. Substitute 1 in place of t. 1 squared is 1 and 1 cubed is also 1. So we get 2 plus 1 plus 2 minus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 1 gives 4. So, the value of the polynomial at 1 is 4. Value at 2. Substitute 2 in place of t. 2 squared is 4. 2 cubed is 8. So we get 2 plus 2 plus 8 minus 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 minus 8 gives 4. So, the value of the polynomial at 2 is 4. Final answers. For the first polynomial, at 0 the value is 1. At 1 the value is 1. Add to the value is 3. For the second polynomial, at 0 the value is 2. At 1 the value is 4. Add to the value is 4. Question 2. Part 3 and Part 4. We are asked to find the value of the given polynomials at 0, 1 and 2. Part 3. The given polynomial is x raised to the power 3. Let us find its value step by step. Value at 0. Substitute 0 in place of x. 0 raised to the power 3 is 0. So, the value of the polynomial at 0 is 0. Value at 1. Substitute 1 in place of x. 1 raised to the power 3 is 1. So, the value of the polynomial at 1 is 1. Value at 2. Substitute 2 in place of x. 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. So, the value of the polynomial at 2 is 8. Part 4. The given polynomial is x minus 1 multiplied by x plus 1. Let us now evaluate it. Value at 0. Substitute 0 in place of x. 0 minus 1 gives minus 1. 0 plus 1 gives 1. Multiplying minus 1 and 1 gives minus 1. So, the value of the polynomial at 0 is minus 1. Value at 1. Substitute 1 in place of x. 1 minus 1 gives 0. 1 plus 1 gives 2. Multiplying 0 and 2 gives 0. So, the value of the polynomial at 1 is 0. Value at 2. Substitute 2 in place of x. 2 minus 1 gives 1. 2 plus 1 gives 3. Multiplying 1 and 3 gives 3. So, the value of the polynomial at 2 is 3. Final answers. For the polynomial x cubed, at 0 the value is 0. At 1 the value is 1. Add to the value is 8. For the polynomial x minus 1 multiplied by x plus 1. At 0 the value is minus 1. At 1 the value is 0. Add to the value is 3. Now let us understand the concept of zeros of a polynomial. A zero of a polynomial is a number which makes the value of the polynomial equal to 0 when it is substituted in place of the variable. Let us take an example. Consider the polynomial p of x is x plus 2. When we substitute minus 2 in place of x, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. So, minus 2 is called the zero of this polynomial. Now look at another example. Let q of y be y minus 6. If we substitute 6 in place of y, the expression becomes 6 minus 6, which equals 0. Therefore, 6 is the zero of the polynomial q of y. Let us take one more example. Consider r of x as 2x minus 10. First, we equate the polynomial to 0 and solve it. This gives the value of x as 5. Now, if we substitute 5 in place of x in the polynomial, it becomes 2 times 5 minus 10, which equals 0. Hence, 5 is the zero of the polynomial r of x. So, we can conclude that a zero of a polynomial is any value of the variable which makes the polynomial equal to 0. Now let us verify whether the given number is a zero of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals 3x plus 1. The given value of x is minus 1 by 3. To verify, we substitute minus 1 by 3 in place of x in the polynomial. After substitution, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. Since the value of the polynomial is 0 for x equal to minus 1 by 3, we conclude that minus 1 by 3 is a zero of the polynomial p of x. So, the given value satisfies the condition of being a zero of the polynomial. Now let us verify whether the given number is a zero of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals 5x minus pi. The given value of x is 4 by 5. To verify this, we substitute 4 by 5 in place of x in the polynomial. After substitution, the value of the polynomial becomes 4 minus pi. Since this value is not equal to 0, the given number does not make the polynomial 0. Therefore, 4 by 5 is not a zero of the polynomial p of x. Let us verify whether the given numbers are zeros of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals x square minus 1. The given values of x are 1 and minus 1. First, we substitute x equal to 1 in the polynomial. After substitution, the value becomes 1 minus 1, which is 0. So, 1 is a zero of the polynomial. Next, we substitute x equal to minus 1 in the polynomial. After substitution, the value again becomes 1 minus 1, which is 0. So, minus 1 is also a zero of the polynomial. Therefore, both 1 and minus 1 are zeros of the given polynomial. Let us verify whether the given numbers are zeros of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals x plus 1 multiplied by x minus 2. The given values of x are minus 1 and 2. First, we substitute x equal to minus 1 in the polynomial. After substitution, the first factor becomes 0 and the second factor becomes minus 3. 0 multiplied by any number gives 0. So, the value of the polynomial is 0. Therefore, minus 1 is a zero of the polynomial. Next, we substitute x equal to 2 in the polynomial. After substitution, the first factor becomes 3 and the second factor becomes 0. 3 multiplied by 0 gives 0. So, the value of the polynomial is 0. Therefore, 2 is also a zero of the polynomial. Hence, both minus 1 and 2 are zeros of the given polynomial. Let us verify whether the given number is a zero of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals x squared. The given value of x is 0. We substitute x equal to 0 in the polynomial. After substitution, the value becomes 0 squared, which is 0. Since the value of the polynomial is 0, the given value satisfies the condition of a zero. Therefore, 0 is a zero of the polynomial p of x. Let us verify whether the given value is a zero of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals lx plus m. The given value of x is minus m divided by L. We substitute this value of x in the polynomial. After substitution, the expression becomes L multiplied by minus m divided by L plus m. The term L in the numerator and denominator cancels out. So the expression becomes minus m plus m. This gives the value 0. Since the value of the polynomial becomes 0, the given value satisfies the condition of a 0. Therefore, minus m divided by L is a zero of the polynomial p of x. Let us verify whether the given values are zeros of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals 3x squared minus 1. The given values of x are minus 1 by root 3 and 2 by root 3. First, we substitute x equals minus 1 by root 3 in the polynomial. After substitution, we square minus 1 by root 3, multiply it by 3, and then subtract 1. Squaring minus 1 by root 3 gives 1 by 3. Multiplying this by 3 gives 1. Now subtract 1 from 1. The result is 0. Since the value of the polynomial becomes 0, minus 1 by root 3 is a zero of the polynomial. Next, we substitute x equals 2 by root 3 in the polynomial. Squaring 2 by root 3 gives 4 by 3. Multiplying this by 3 gives 4. Now subtract 1 from 4. The result is 3. Since the value of the polynomial is not 0, 2 by root 3 is not a zero of the polynomial. Therefore, minus 1 by root 3 is a zero of the polynomial, while 2 by root 3 is not a zero of the polynomial. Let us verify whether the given value is a zero of the polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals to x plus 1. The given value of x is 1 by 2. First, we substitute x equals 1 by 2 in the polynomial. After substitution, we multiply 2 by 1 by 2. This gives 1. Now we add 1 to it. The final value becomes 2. Since the value of the polynomial is not 0, the given value does not satisfy the condition of a 0. Therefore, 1 by 2 is not a zero of the polynomial p of x equals to x plus 1. Let us find the zero of the given polynomial. The given polynomial is p of x equals x plus 5. To find the zero of a polynomial, we set the polynomial equal to 0. So we write x plus 5 equals 0. Now we solve this equation. To make the left side 0, we subtract 5 from both sides. This gives x equals minus 5. Therefore, minus 5 is the zero of the polynomial p of x equals x plus 5. We are given a polynomial and asked to find its zero. The given polynomial is p of x equals x minus 5. To find the zero of any polynomial, we first make the value of the polynomial equal to 0. So we write p of x equals 0. This gives the equation x minus 5 equals 0. Now we solve this equation. To make the left side 0, we add 5. This gives the value of x as 5. Therefore, 5 is the zero of the given polynomial. We are given a polynomial and asked to find its zero. The given polynomial is p of x equals to x plus 5. To find the zero of a polynomial, we always make the value of the polynomial equal to 0. So we write p of x equals 0. This gives the equation to x plus 5 equals 0. Now we solve this equation step by step. First, we subtract 5 from both sides. This gives to x equals negative 5. Next, we divide both sides by 2. So the value of x becomes negative 5 by 2. Therefore, negative 5 by 2 is the zero of the given polynomial. We are given a polynomial and asked to find its zero. The given polynomial is p of x equals 3x minus 2. To find the zero of a polynomial, we must make the value of the polynomial equal to 0. So we write p of x equals 0. This gives the equation 3x minus 2 equals 0. Now we solve this equation step by step. First, we add 2 to both sides. This gives 3x equals 2. Next, we divide both sides by 3. So the value of x becomes 2 by 3. Therefore, 2 by 3 is the zero of the given polynomial. We are given a polynomial and asked to find its zero. The given polynomial is p of x equals 3x. To find the zero of a polynomial, we must make the value of the polynomial equal to 0. So we write p of x equals 0. This gives the equation 3x equals 0. Now we solve this equation. We divide both sides by 3. This gives the value of x as 0. Therefore, 0 is the zero of the given polynomial 3x. We are given the polynomial p of x equals ax, where a is not equal to 0. To find the zero of a polynomial, we must make the value of the polynomial equal to 0. So, we write p of x equals 0. This gives the equation ax equals 0. Now, since a is not equal to 0, we divide both sides by a. This gives x equals 0 divided by a. 0 divided by any non-zero number is 0. So, the value of x is 0. Therefore, 0 is the zero of the polynomial ax. We are given the polynomial p of x equals cx plus d, where c is not equal to 0 and c and d are real numbers. To find the zero of a polynomial, we must make the value of the polynomial equal to 0. So, we write p of x equals 0. This gives the equation cx plus d equals 0. Now, we move d to the other side of the equation. So, cx equals minus d. Next, we divide both sides by c. This gives x equals minus d divided by c. Therefore, minus d by c is the zero of the polynomial cx plus d. Thank you for watching. I hope the concepts are clear. Revise the topic and practice the problems once again on your own. For worksheets, detailed notes, and test papers, visit my website edushree.in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next lesson. Polynomials Part 3 is coming soon. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next class.